Hello everyone, Professor Rodrigo here from Gracie Barra, Salt Lake City. I took some time to record this video for you guys, and I'd like to talk about belt promotion at our schools here. The reason I'm recording this is because we've noticed that some students are not really understanding how it works, and I think it can clarify a lot of aspects for you about our belt promotion criteria and how things work here. My first topic to you is, why do you do Jiu-Jitsu? So I don't remember anyone who entered through this door and when I asked why you're here, and they said, because I want to get a new belt, right? So the reason they say they do Jiu-Jitsu is because I want to learn how to defend myself, I want to do an activity, I want to increase my confidence, because I want to make friends, I want to go out of the shell, I want to develop discipline. So those are the reasons. So if those were your reasons to start Jiu-Jitsu, and if you are achieving your goals in Jiu-Jitsu, why would you be upset about the belt or something like that? So the belts are not the main reason you are in the sport, and they should not be your main aspect that guide your happiness in the sport. But we have this psychological effect of the belts, right? That it's like when you get promoted, you get happy. When you don't get promoted, you think like your professor doesn't like you, that you're not good or whatever. Like, no, that's not this, okay? Each student is different. Each student has different goals. Each student has different potential. It is related to, number one, age. Number two, your physical condition. Some people are more flexible, some people are stronger, some people learn faster. There's natural talent in everything in life, as it's really subjective, because taking into account each one of you on your own goals. So each one has your own way to do the techniques. There isn't an encyclopedia with all techniques and the perfect way to do. Whatever works eventually for one person is different from the other one. But as long as it is attend some technical principles, it is correct and it works, it's okay. But what I want to remind you is that also the belt will not change your skills. Otherwise, I take my belt, I tie the belt on you, and then you're black belt now. Can you compete in a black belt division? Of course not, if you're a new student. So it's important that you understand that's not the belt that you change your skills. Your skills will change your belt. So when you understand that, everything changes and you put the focus on your training and how to train and how to work on your strengths and on your weakness to develop your Jiu-Jitsu. One important aspect also is that, at least from my perspective, the nicest part of the belt is to be recognized by your professors, and it only has value if you admire your professors, if you trust your professors and if you believe that your professor wants the best for you. And that's what happens. We are here to serve you and to offer the best experience and to teach you in the best way and to guide you in the best way possible. So we put a lot of work, a lot of energy on your development. And we wouldn't do this if we didn't care about you. Every single student matters, and that's our passion, Once you realize that and you understand that, you will give way more value to your belt promotion, whatever belt promotion is. But when you realize that you trust that person that is your mentor, then everything changes. So going a little bit more objective, which are the criteria you use that ICP, our instructor certification program, established for us? Attendance and time. So you must train for at least a year to be promoted to blue belt. But Professor, I competed in like 35 tournaments in 8 months, and I won all my matches by submission. Awesome, you good in Jiu-Jitsu. Probably in 1 year you're gonna be promoted. So just to share, I was 2 years in all the belts, okay? And the minimum time for brown to black is 1 year. So I should be super mad with my dear Professor Jefferson because I was not promoted in a year. Of course not. I trusted him, and I trusted that that was the best thing for me. So on top of the time, there's the attendance. In 1 year, there will be people that will come once or twice a week. There are people that will come twice a day. Do they learn on the same rate? Of course not. There will be people that are here for real, and there are people that are here with their mind somewhere else. So when we talk about time and attendance, it's also important to consider that the person is really putting effort to their jiu-jitsu. Are they asking questions? Are they like really trying their best? Are they staying after class to row or to do more specific training or to drill the techniques a little bit more? If they are in a bad physical shape, are they working out? Are they doing some cardio? Are they doing a diet to allow their body that there's the tool to do jiu-jitsu ready to perform the best? And then comes the discipline, because if you don't have discipline to take care of your body, to perform jiu-jitsu properly, if you cannot, for example, finish a 5 minute round sparring, if you get out in less than 5 minutes, so you didn't learn how to control your breathing, you didn't learn how to pace, you're not ready, for example, for a blue belt. If you're too spazzy and too aggressive and you hurt your friends, you're not ready for a blue belt because you don't know how to control your body yet. So we also take into consideration the discipline and the technical skills. So you understand the hierarchy of the techniques. Do you try to do the right thing that is supposed to do in that position? Even eventually, if you fail, you try to pass the guard, you try the right way, your opponent anticipate, do something else, and you don't succeed. So when we look to all this and take into account your goal when you started to train jiu-jitsu and your capabilities, your potential, then we know that you're ready or not to the next belt, okay? So let me give you an example here. Let's imagine super talented student, fit, smart, like performing well. And this student tell me that he wants to compete in the high level. He'll be probably the white belt that beats up the colored belts, and he'll still be a white belt because he has to be a blue belt when he can go to IBJJF tournaments and do well. And be competitive, not necessarily win, but do well. Inside the gym, not everybody is a competitor. So that white belt eventually will perform better in sparring than a lot of blue belts and eventually even purple belts that maybe are older. And you're asking yourself like, man, why am I not getting promoted? Because my criteria is for a competitor, not for a regular practitioner. Okay. Other thing that people don't realize is that be regular is more important to be intense than to be intense. So some people train 3 months a lot, train, take a 2 month break. For eventually for a good reason, somebody got sick in the family, or you got hurt, and you got hurt, you stay 6 months out, whatever, like it's good reason, we understand. But when you go back after 6 months, you're not the same person, you step back a little bit. It's important that we understand that breaks have a really important effect on your learning process, okay? Another important thing to talk with you is that it's not my sole decision. So all the coaches have meetings, and we all talk about the students that are ready or not. And I've never been in a meeting of that is not quick and unanimous decision about if you're ready or if you're not. Because we understand that that's so clear. We train with you, watching you every day. And by doing this as a group, it pushes away anything that's personal, okay? So guys, we care about you, we like you, and I just don't want to make a fake stuff just for you to feel good, and then like you're not ready yet, okay? So there's no such a thing like personal like aspects regarding the belts. I will the only student I will say the name, because this one is my friend, like real friend, real buddy, someone that I consider part of my family. That's my dear friend Abel from Brazil. Now he's training under Professor Villen, and he was training under me. I promoted him to brown belt, and he was a purple belt during 4 years. Purple belt with me 4 years, like my friend, going to my house, I go to his house, like we work together as pharmacists. Like, if it was a personal aspect, I would have promoted him faster. And I'm here for 3 years already, and he is a brown belt for 3 years. He had good reasons to not be training for a while. He had a couple breaks. Just to give you like an actual example that personal relationships are not taken into account on this, okay? And I want you to understand that our ultimate goal is to make every single student a black belt. We know that it will not happen. People quit jiu-jitsu, people quit things in life, but our goal is to keep you up to the point that you can be a black belt. So we are not in a rush. We want to do this like a marathon, not like a 100 meters race. So I'm just asking you in the end, like, to understand. I saw Professor Draculino talking about this. There's no us against you guys. No, we are the same team. Your professors, I'm pretty sure that not only here, but everywhere, maybe people watching this are not my students directly. Be sure your professor wish the best for you. And if he's not promoting you now, it's because that's the best for you. And to be honest, now talking from a professor perspective, it's important that you also try to wear our shoes. So it's a lot of people here trying to offer you the best possible, putting a lot of love, a lot of energy, trying to share as much as possible with you, not only me, like our coaches here and coaches of all jiu-jitsu schools, and not only Gracie Barra. I'm pretty sure this is everywhere. So it is like, when you kind of question this, it's like, or you don't trust us, or you don't think we are watching you, or you don't believe that we are able to judge this properly. And this is sad for us, because we put a lot of energy, we're trying to help, and then the student like, oh, why I didn't get my belt? Like, what we feel on our end is that just like, our judgment doesn't matter. And then we get back to the beginning, like, so be recognized by us doesn't matter. Looks like sometimes people just want the belt, And something that in jiu-jitsu is different from other martial arts, and I'm not here criticizing any style. In jiu-jitsu, to be a black belt, you must be at least 19 years old. And the reputation of our sport is that, man, a jiu-jitsu black belt is someone that really can defend himself or herself, that really knows how to fight. So that's what makes jiu-jitsu also so relevant and so reliable, and something that is growing so fast. So guys, be patient, trust your professor, and please enjoy jiu-jitsu, enjoy the journey. Professor Zusa said something super wise: enjoy being a white belt. It's amazing to be a white belt, not only in jiu-jitsu, in everything. Learn new stuff, don't have responsibility, don't have pressure. It's cool to be a white belt. If you're a white belt in jiu-jitsu, you're doing better than 99% of people that are just on their couch, eating snacks and watching TV. You are here to make yourself grow. You're learning a new skill, you're making friends, you're exercising, you're becoming the best version of yourself. So there's no problem to be a white belt. So guys, don't worry, enjoy the journey, and see you on the mats. Os.